I have been feeling called to call my creation an elemental mirroring box, or elemental mirroring, since we are using the elements in which to connect to the field, to the in between, to the quantum. We are using forms of Tritaka, which is candle or fire gazing, hydromancy through water, using prisms and crystals. The crystals being of a earth element, the bay leaves which I had just burned with fire, smoke, and tension, and the prisms are sort of like the refraction of light, the element where light is refracted, where we can look at the more plasmic nature of the light in all of its different frequencies, because it is the dimensions all exist within the rainbow. For the rainbow, the spectrum of light, are all simply slightly different vibrations, frequencies sitting upon one another, slightly separated just by a little difference in that frequency and how it's expressed. And this is where the dimensions lie. And the denser the frequency, the more intense or darker the color. Red being the densest, the closest to materialization, while violet and blue being closer to the more invisible spectrum of light, more ethereal, more it's still visible but not as dense. I truly believe that there are energies and beings living within the spectrum of light. For we ourselves are light, dense, condensed into a denser form that appears solid, but we are bioluminescent in nature. We are sound and light. And so if we can exist, that means there is a whole other world, many other worlds of different densities and frequencies and energies and beings that can exist within these spaces and dimensions. just slightly different, vibrating at a slightly different frequency. Right there on top of us, or in front of us, beside us, such as when we do see spirits or beings move through. It is because for that moment we are seeing the angle of light at which they are refracting, and for that moment can see that frequency being bounced back to us. Like when you look at a rainbow, you can only see it at certain angles, but if you turn it a certain way, you can't see it. So it's all about the angle, the frequency, the intensity of the light, the density. There is consciousness within light, within water, within all of the elements. All of this is what is the quantum field expressing itself from many different perspectives, many different angles, many different refractions and experiences. Here to learn about itself, to experience the act of learning, to experience itself, and to see itself from every angle, in every form, in every shape, in every sound, in every frequency, in every color, yet all coming from the same place. I keep seeing like a bunny in the window behind the candle. And then like a face of a gnome. An elemental. For the elementals do exist in these plasmic realms of the light spectrum. True magic happens when we understand that it's through the connection to the elements, through the engine of our heart, through our spiritual, biological technology. That is where the true magic lies. That is where we can access these spaces that science is beginning to truly understand, but has always been a part of us. Because we can access these spaces without machinery, without the advanced technologies, for we are the technology itself, and it is all around us, and we are connected to it all interwoven to the connection of the consciousness of light and water and sound and the sun. Thank you. for tuning in and being here with me on this new beginning of creating something new. And let's see what else we can see or bring through. I now see an owl face in the candle. Maka, which makes sense, for she is the sister of the goddess of the crows and the ravens. We shall meet again on the other side. I'm excited to see you again in the quantum, where time is illusion, does not exist, and distance is an illusion, for we are all always right here. All witnessing each other as expressions as one another in different forms.